fallout shelter. What does Mr. Handy do? This is an image of Mr. Handy. Is the machine on the left. You'll notice he has some tools. He's got like a grappler. He's got something which could be a flamethrower. He has, fire extinguisher, and he's got this radial device, etc. Got three eyes. He's round. He floats. Got thrust coming out of here. This is where you get Mr. Handy. You can either purchase him or you can purchase 5 of them. You can also get it through a lunchbox. I got all of mine for free. I did not spend any money on the game. I have at least 3 of them. And I'm going to read a little bit about what Mr. Handy does. He can explore the wasteland searching for caps. And I've sent him out exploring the wasteland. I don't think it's a great idea. He only finds caps. He doesn't find that many. Very few, small quantity. He doesn't get into any combat. He doesn't discover anything. All he does is find caps. Wasn't really worth it. You can get a lot more caps just by playing within the shelter. You want to send the dwellers out, they'll find substantially more than what Mr. Handy does. He defends the shelter against raiders. So he has some defenses against raiders, such as the radial device and whatever this is in that arm that looks like a weapon. So he's a pretty decent fighter, and he will keep your dwellers alive because your dwellers have a value, which is their skill level. Mr. Handy doesn't have that. So he can be replaced. He starts over and he's identical to where he was. But if you lose your dweller, lost a lot of time raising up that dweller. He collects caps from rooms such as water, food, or electricity on his floor. So he's constantly going back and forth on the floor collecting all the caps so you don't have to do it. Now keep in mind that it's better to send a dweller to explore the wasteland because the dwellers will level up quickly and they'll find a ton of stuff that you can sell. He protects the shelter from emergencies such as mole rats, fires, etc. So he can put out fires, he can take care of the mole rats and the rad rats or whatever they are. He reduces the chance one of your dwellers will get injured. So I usually use him as my first line of defense so that I can manage my dwellers and make sure I get my strongest dwellers to help defend. And once you have a lot of money, you just pay for Mr. Handy to be revived. He can delay raiders while you are preparing your defense. So sometimes what I do is I put a lot of Mr. Handys on the upper floors while I'm taking my guys and maneuvering them also for defense. He can be revived if he dies. You can have multiple Mr. Handys. You assign 1 per floor. This is what the AI said. He is a robotic assistant who helps the player character in Fallout Shelter. He can be assigned to tasks such as collecting resources, defending the vault, and helping to keep the vault inhabitants happy. The way he collects resources, he goes in the room. You know how you have to click to collect the caps? As he passes by, he'll collect the caps. In terms of keeping the inhabitants happy, I'm really not sure how he does it, but I guess he does it somehow. Looks like over here he's holding a cup of coffee. So he is very useful. I'm glad I got him. I would not pay for it, even though it is very cheap. That looks like it's $1 US. You will eventually get them for free, and there should be missions where you can earn a Mr. Handy. And I don't know how I got them, but I got 3 of them. Okay, that's a little bit about Mr. Handy. If you want to read my other guides and tutorials, you can go to the Fallout Shelter section of my video game forum on cheapbooks.cc. And I am the owner of cheapbooks.com, which is a website for searching for books and textbooks. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.